My name is Mike Fuller. My stage name is Sonnyguitarslim. Originally from Louisville, Kentucky, but I'm based out of Nashville. My family was definitely big on music. This is kind of a neat story. When I was 5, the first concert I seen was Earth, Wind & Fire and Prince in concert. And even at 5, I knew that it was something like special. You know, I didn't talk for like 2 days after the concert. You know, at that age, you know, people would say you really don't know what's going on, but at the end of the day, I did. You know, I could feel the music, I could feel the energy in the room. My dad, he always kept a lot of records. He had the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, Bill Withers, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, just a lot of classic records that I kind of would hear as a child growing up, and that kind of definitely set the tone musically. After I graduated nursing school, my dad passed away, and when I went to his house, he had bought me a guitar when I graduated, and he never gave it to me, and I actually found it in the basement. You know, there was a note attached to it, him talking about my music. I really didn't know he actually listened to my music. I want to say that was the defining moment, definitely, yeah. I want to say I've been into music all my life, really. As far as like really doing music and looking at it as a career, I think probably about 6 years maybe. No genre speaks for itself. There's all different types of genres on there. I kind of like to reach out and collab with a lot of different styles of people and kind of let them have the freedom to do what they want, do what they feel with the record and send it back to me, and I'll kind of edit that from there. Trying to show that, you know, I have a love for all different styles of music. People are always trying to put you in like a box of a genre, and I just didn't want to fit that mold. I like all styles of music, you know, it just depends on my mood on the day. You know, I played in jazz bands, soul, funk, rock, you know, and I have a love for all of them. The motivation was just from a lot of friends and supporters. You know, they see me doing music pretty heavy in my free time, and you know, they kind of stayed on me about releasing a project and getting my music out there. You know, so I would definitely say that was the number one motivation. Start out with Traveling Troy. He's a good friend of mine. I actually went to high school with him. He's currently based out of Atlanta. I chose him for a lot of projects because, you know, his flow is just different. You know, he likes a lot of wordplay. He definitely is a different type of human. You know, he's very selfless, just a good person. At KON, the story about him is kind of interesting. I think we actually met on Instagram randomly. I don't even know how. But we became friends through music that way, and kind of just, you know, we'd send songs back and forth, and I just really liked his music, you know, his flow for sure. I used to always joke to him, you know, he kind of sounds like Kendrick Lamar, but he always hated when I said that. But him, you know, he's a good person as well, you know. I have a hard time collabing with somebody that's, I feel, is not a good human, you know, just a good person in general, and has a strong love for music. Just getting everything together, you know, being done with the project, you know, as a musician, for one thing, you know, you always feel like you can add more to something, you know, or something doesn't sound right. You're definitely your biggest critic. So that was definitely the hardest aspect, you know. I'd have so many projects. I stayed busy all the time, you know. There was points during this album that I was working full-time, working on doing music full-time and in school full-time, trying to get my master's in nursing, and it was tough. You know, I'd be juggling 6 songs at a time, you know, trying to complete one, and didn't know where the end point was, so that was definitely the hardest part of it. Definitely friends. I have a core group of friends I've known since high school. It's like 6 of us, and we talk daily. You know, they would call me daily and just kind of discuss stuff. Any music that I would come out with, whether it be finished or not, they wanted to hear it. You know, they wanted to give their feedback on it. You know, that's definitely rewarding and positive, you know, to have somebody that's with you every step of the way, you know, pushing you to finish the project. I snowboard a lot. Any free time I have, I snowboard all over. I've been snowboarding about 6 years now, and I've actually gotten really good at it. I kind of seek out the most sketchiest terrain. Been snowboarding about 6 years, and through that, I've kind of met some pretty dope people. I met the first pro black snowboarder through music randomly. I released a song and asked him could I put him in the video, which he agreed. And we kind of built a relationship from there, which in turn he invited me to an event in Chicago by Arc'teryx X. There was a famous designer that was coming in town to spray paint a jacket. And coincidentally, the second jacket was sold to Drake, and he performed in it in a show. But that was pretty neat. I got to kind of be around a lot of creative people, a lot of people that were designers, just influential people, so that was very exciting. More time I think and talk to, people close to me, there's an industry for like snowboarding and, the whole, like just chill, laid back music. I kind of think that's my lane. I really don't want to, be put in one lane or section, but, definitely like, I get a lot of gigs like snowboarding resorts, events like that in that nature. So that's definitely my niche. So currently now I do travel nurse all over. I can legally work in 35 states. And I kind of have a system where, I can choose jobs daily. So I go all over Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, New Mexico, California. How I got into that's kind of interesting. I have a grandma that was a nurse. I used to stay with her every summer in Virginia Beach, and just staying with her, and hearing her stories about nursing and stuff like that definitely inspired me to get into the field. But like I said, I only got into nursing when the music kind of was up and down. But it's different, but definitely rewarding. You don't meet many black male nurses with dreadlocks. That's definitely a first. I walk into a lot of places, and they're definitely shocked that I am a nurse. Even people on the street, it's weird because if I have like my scrubs on going into public places, people open doors for me, speak to me, yada yada yada. But if I don't, I kind of the opposite. I'm just a normal Joe. But it's definitely a rewarding career. A lot of respect is given. People simply respect me just because of that. They think I'm some hero, which to me it's just doing a job, and doing the right thing, by people. So